What's for dinner? I have a thing to go to tomorrow, and I've got to go work tonight. So today I'm going to be pre-cooking a meal to take along to this type of reunion type thing. And so thought struck me, and I looked in the refrigerator, and I'm like, what do I have? Well, I have some Italian sausage. This happens to be hot Italian sausage, because you know I like it hot. And these are 1 gram of carb, I already checked, per sausage. Now I'm just going to do total. I know people tolerate carbs at different levels, so I'm just going to do totals, and we're going to figure this is at least going to feed, well, I'm going to cut them in half. So 10 people, okay, let's just say. And I have a can of, I don't get paid by these people, Chinese vegetables. You know, just stir-fry veggies in a can. Don't you were a kid, we used to have that chicken chow mein we'd beg Mom to make. It wasn't the chow mein we wanted, it was those crunchy noodles. At least that's what I wanted. I was a real carb addict. Still am. And the total carbs, there's a ½ cup serving size. Total carbs, 3 grams per ½ cup. There's 7 in this container, 3 times 7, 21 carbs in the whole can. All right? So let's call it at 5 and 21, which is 26 carbs. And that's all that's going to be in this entire thing. So depending on how many people eat, you know, you could end up with 5 to 10 grams of carb for a serving in this meal. And that's not bad if you're keeping it below 30. At least I don't think so. Frankly, I just want the sausage. Alright, hang on. Let me show you how I'm going to do this. Real simple. It's called fly by the seat of your pants and apply heat. I hope it works. And I got the lid off of the veggies. Those smell really, really good. Reminds me of my childhood. I got a new can opener the other day. I have a question. Why do we put such short cords on our can openers? Little. I had to get an extension cord just to be able to use it. They don't make any decent can openers anymore. I used to work as a lunch lady. Uh-oh, just lost subscribers. Oh my God, she was a lunch lady. Yeah, the kids were just insane about me. You talk about being a creative cook as a lunch lady. Try to keep it healthy on commodities. That was a trick. Anyway, I'm just going to pour these veggies on top. Wasn't that easy? Get them all out. Get that goodness out of there. Next thing I'm going to do is add a little oil to this. I'm going to put in my butter. This is my good Amish butter that I've been keeping in the freezer. Here's a little hint. This really good butter that's natural and you know, practically homemade on this stuff. I don't know that exactly is. I assume it is. Goes bad quick. I think that's one of the ways you can tell a good organic, you know, good butter. You put it in your fridge and you're only talking a week and it starts tasting kind of off. So I keep my butter in the freezer until just before I'm going to use it, and then I take it out in small chunks that I have individually wrapped in the freezer. So if that helps anyone, there you go. I'm going to put a big chunk on there because I'm wanting to use this one up. It's been in my fridge for a while, just not long, couple 3 days, but I still want to use it up. I'm going to save some for my coffee though for later. Alright, I'm going to just cut it up on there, spread it around a little bit. This is what's really going to make this delicious. And it's going to make those sausages just fall apart. Because I'm going to cook this on low in my oven for maybe up to 5 hours. Maybe longer if I forget about it. A lot of times I cook my slow cooker food a lot longer because I forget about it. I'll set a timer. Cross my fingers, pray I'm not asleep when it goes off. But it'll be okay because it's just going to be on low. Alright. Well, I think I also might make some fat bombs this morning, and we'll put that on next. So now we're going to go on to a fat bomb that I particularly like. So back to my coconut oil, it's butter flavored. No matter how many flies I kill, there's still more. Can't wait for winter. If you don't have this, just use your coconut oil. but I am going to put in a tablespoon of the butter flavored coconut oil. Actually, I could put in more than that. I'm going to put, I think, about 1/4 of a cup, maybe 3 tablespoons of this for the buttery flavor. And then the rest I'm going to put in like a cup of the organic coconut oil. Well, again, you could just use the coconut oil. I'm just putting the other in because I like that buttery flavor. So I've got some of the butter flavored oil in there. You know, amounts really don't matter. It just depends on how much fat bombs you want to make. And now I'm going to put in some real butter. Now all these fats are solid fats. You know, so fats are good, and this is a fat bomb. And so, you know, like I said, I'm not really measuring these. It's how much you want to make to keep around. But I'd say that's a good 1/3 of a cup, maybe. And I'm going to drop that in there. It's what I had left over, and before I get another one out of the refrigerator, we're just going to use that. Okay, then I'm going to melt all this together in the microwave for about, well, we'll just see. It'll probably take 30-40 seconds. Pork rinds! Fresh pork rinds! Now the trick to this, I've been told, is emulsifying. So I've got my little handy dandy thing out here, and we're going to just blend the total tar out of it. This stuff is really dark, like dark chocolate, and I'm going to put in a nice tablespoon there. I mean, I also have regular cocoa powder, which would work just fine, make it probably taste more like a milk chocolate, but I just happen to like the dark cocoa powder. But there are times I use the other, get the Amish cocoa regular. Got my flakes out before I did my cocoa, because now I'm going to get cocoa in my flakes. Not that that's a bad thing. All right. 1, 3. All right, there we go. I mean, even though it's a fat bomb, I still wanted to kind of keep track of those carbs. So I'm going to try to emulsify all this together with the blender. You do not want to listen to the blender, do you? I mean, I don't think that you're really wanting to hear that. And here I go with 1/3 of a cup of stevia. Yes, we have... It's nothing like reaching for a falling camera with your stevia. Now I've got it everywhere. These things never go smooth. How do these other YouTubers that do cooking shows do it? How do they do it? Well, now that I got that disaster cleaned up, might have been a happy accident. I found something that needed to be cleaned up I forgot about. Anyway, I'm going to add 1/2 packet of these chopped pecans. They are 2 servings in this container, and they're 4 grams of carbs apiece. So this is going to add 4 more carbs. So what were we at? 16, 4, just round it up to 20. We'll round it up to 20, and I will be right back. After I get this in here, we're going to go back and use the blender again and just make sure it's all blended really good. Alright, now that I've got it all emulsified and blended up really good together, I'm going to taste it. Oh my goodness. That is really good. But you know what? I'm going to add a pinch of salt, because I like a sweet and salty flavor. Now let's just use our black sea salt again. My goodness, we're finding all kinds of uses for that today. A little pinch in there. And then, the coup de grace, as they say. Pork rinds! How much? I don't know. Maybe a cup. We'll start with like 3/4 of a cup and work our way from there. And see. I like to kind of, you know, see, that's pretty watery stuff. I'm going to let that kind of soak up. I like the pork rinds because they give it a really nice crunch. And it's almost like one of those crunch bars that I used to get. So I really like that. I'm going to add a little more. I just like them crunchy. And there's a little bit of saltiness to the pork rinds, which is really nice in this. And it mixes with the sweetness, so you get like a sweet and salty kind of a kick. Then I'm going to just simply sit here and spoon these into my avocado oiled mini muffin pans, or molds, or what they're called. I love these things. I think they're just absolutely perfect for doing this sort of stuff. So I'll be back, because this is like watching grass grow. Yeah. Now we've got, we made 22 of them out of all that. And I am going to sprinkle just a tiny sprinkle on each one of these of this brown sugar blend that is fake brown sugar. As you can see, it's just a tiny little sprinkling on top because we've got the salty in there from the pork rinds and the black sea salt, and we're just going to add this little touch of a brown sugary goodness to the top of each one. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to tip you over a little bit. Like I said, just a tiny, just a whisper. I don't even know if we could count this as actual addition. Yes, we can. Now, as always with Grandma's recipes that she makes up, you don't have to do it this way. You don't like coconut? Leave it out. You don't like nuts or you're allergic? Leave them out. You just use your fats and your oils and blend it really, really good, and your butters. Any solid fat that's solid at room temperature will chill up and it will make a fat bomb. And that's what I have discovered. But you make these your way, make them your own. You can use any kind of nuts you like. If you like nuts, I like the pork rinds in it because it gives it that crunch and it tastes like a crackle bar. And it's more fat. More the merrier, I guess. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these two recipes. I'm going to show these to you when they get solid and take a bite, and we'll see what happens with the slow cooker in the oven for the family reunion. Here's our lovely fat bombs. They've been in the freezer. I decided it would be quicker to put them in the freezer. And now I'm going to pop one out, give this baby a try. Oh, they're all nice and emulsified. And, let's try this. Oh, wow. Salty, sweet, crispy, crunchy. I like that pecan in there. That's fantastic. And just that little hint of brown sugar. Very complex. If I was rating this as a wine, I'd be like, and just a soupçon of chocolatiness. That's really good. I can't think of much more improvement I would do to that. Maybe a couple of tablespoons more of sweetener, but that's just personal choice. That's fantastic. Well, it's a great way to get fat into your diet, I can tell you that. Hope you liked and enjoyed. And here is our slow cooker Italian sausages and Chinese vegetables. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some coconut aminos here at the end. Kind of zip it up. I know people are all saying to me now, okay, Grandma, you put Chinese vegetables with Italian sausages. That is right, I did. Because I think if we don't mix our food, how are we all going to get along? Yes, no prejudice here. I think that the Italian sausage and the Chinese vegetables are going to go great together. And they're going to love one another. Let's find out. I stirred that around a little. This is going to be hot. Oh. The sausage is really tender because of slow cooking. And those vegetables, I mean, even though they're canned, they lend just such a nice little sweetness, a natural sweetness to the kind of semi-spiciness of the Italian sausage. Wow, this is definitely, my family better like this, because if they don't, I'm disowning them. This is going on my list of winners. Canned Chinese vegetables and Italian sausage. Who knew? Yeah? You like or subscribe, you like to keep up with the insanity. Love you all. Be good to each other. Have a fun week.